In the previous video, we looked into the construction of bar graph and how to do that. Now in this video, let us look into reading and interpretation of bar graphs. The first step in reading a bar graph is to know what it represents or what is the information given by it. For this, we read the captions, which are generally written below the horizontal line, that is the x-axis, and adjacent to vertical line, which is the y-axis. After knowing that what does a bar graph represent, we read the scale so that we can know the precise values in the given data. After reading a bar graph, one must be able to draw certain conclusions from it. Drawing some conclusions from a given bar graph means interpretation of the bar graph. Now let us solve a problem to try and understand how do we read and interpret a bar graph. So here we have the problem. The following graph shows the number of vehicles passing through a road crossing in Delhi in different time intervals on a particular day. Read the bar graph and answer the following questions. The questions are: what does the bar graph represent? Also give the maximum number of vehicles. When is the hourly traffic maximum? Also give the minimum number of vehicles. When is the hourly traffic minimum? And what is the total number of vehicles passing through a crossing during a particular day? So here we have a graph, and I just read the question. So what we have to do is we need to interpret the graph. We need to read and interpret the bar graph and answer these questions. So let us take it one by one. What does the first one say? What does the bar graph represent? Okay, what do you think the bar graph represents? We have in the x-axis the time intervals, that is between 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 to 11, and so on till 16 to 17 hours in the evening, that is 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the evening. And in the y-axis, that is the vertical axis, we have the number of vehicles passing through. So we can clearly see that this bar graph shows or represents the number of vehicles passing through a particular crossing of Delhi in different time intervals on a particular day, the maximum number of vehicles. Now the next question is also give the maximum number of vehicles. The maximum number of vehicles is 400, the time during 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. So here is the solution for the first one. The text in the green color gives the solutions for these questions. So the first one states, as what does the bar graph represent? The bar graph represents the number of vehicles passing through a particular crossing of Delhi in different time intervals on a particular day, and also give the maximum number of vehicles. The maximum number of vehicles is 400, as this red bar matches 400 here. Now the second question, when is the hourly traffic maximum? Also give the minimum number of vehicles. So you can see that the maximum number of vehicles in the bar graph is 400. So that corresponds to 9 to 10 hours. So therefore the maximum traffic is between 9 to 10 hours. And the minimum number of vehicles is the smallest bar, that is 100 here. You can see that if you correspond this, you get 100. If you match this to the y-axis, you get 100. So this is the least number of vehicles. So let us write the solution for the second one. When is the hourly traffic maximum? Between 9 to 10 hours. And what is the minimum number of vehicles? The minimum number of vehicles is 100. So let us now go to the third question. The third question asks, when is the hourly traffic minimum? The minimum number of vehicles is 100 here, and it corresponds to 13 to 14 hours, that is 1 to 2 o'clock. So it is 13 to 14 hours. That answers the third question. And we have the fourth one, which asks, what is the total number of vehicles passing through a crossing during a particular day? During different hours, we know the number of vehicles: 300 during 8 to 9 o'clock, 400 during 9 to 10, 250 during 10 to 11, 250 during 11 to 12, and so on. So what we have to do is we just have to add up all the values, or add up all the number of vehicles that passes through each hour, and then we will get to know what is the total number of vehicles that passes through the crossing during a particular day. So the total number of vehicles passing through a crossing during a particular day is 300 plus 400 plus 250 plus 250 plus 150 plus 100 plus 200 plus 325 plus 375, which equals 2350. So this is the way we read and interpret a bar graph.